This is the Glue Batik project. I've been really pleased with this project the entire time that I've done it. And I tried it out this summer a couple times, and one of my best results was this still life that I set up with some sunflowers. And I had done batik in the past, and I thought that it was really awesome, but of course I'm not going to do batik with wax with 5th graders because that's just nuts. So when I came across this glue batik, I was like, this is way too good to be true, so I got to try this, and I really was happy with the results. So I usually show the kids this first because the whole abstract concept of like masking something and then going back and taking away the masked part to create the negative space and shapes is really confusing for them. So I try to take them through the process and show them different examples that I've done, and I have a whole bunch of them in the batik cabinet that's labeled over by the far windows. So you can do the same if you'd like, or you can just jump into whatever subject matter you're going to do. I talked about Gwen Frostic and the natural world because that's kind of like a lot of the stuff that we did this trimester with 5th grade. But I mean, I really think this technique could be used with anything. So I should have enough pieces of paper that are the same size as the fabric that we use. And we talk about just first drawing your subject matter. It has to be large. It has to be big. If it's small, and I show them, I draw a little fish. If it's small, then it will get totally gummed up by the glue, and you won't be able to see it at all. So I talk about, this is not the right size, it's got to be really big. You have to fill the space. So probably that's the hardest thing that they struggle with this project, is just getting the design to be the right size. After that, and usually we talk about the batik process the first day. We sketch, we talk about Gwen Frostic, and they may need a little time on the second day to sketch, but I usually started out by just saying, okay, let's talk about how to apply the glue. And I need a piece of fabric, so wait just a second. I have enough fabric in the cabinet for the project for you to use with 5th grade if you choose. Not all the fabric is cut yet, so you may need to cut some of it. Before they get started, I give them a big piece of cardboard and then also a piece of wax paper, and we've got plenty in there. A lot of it's already torn with a piece of masking tape for their name, but you may have to do some more of them. The kids are really helpful getting that all ready. And I tell them they have 2 options when they apply the glue. They can put their design underneath the wax paper or on top of the wax paper, it doesn't matter. But you have to have cardboard wax paper. It's very important. So what they're going to do is essentially trace their design with the glue. I know this is kind of hard to see, but I will kind of take you through it first. We have tons of the blue gel glue, so, once they get towards the end of the bottles, I usually combine bottles, so if you have at least, half of the bottle full, because it does get kind of hard to get it down to the tip towards the end. And what I have them do is wait until it's all the way down to the bottom of the tip before they start squeezing. I encourage them to use 2 hands and really take their time. And the other thing that they can do is they can just sketch this lightly with pencil onto the fabric if they want to. The only thing is that a lot of them have a tendency to press really hard, and then you still see the pencil even when it's been painted. And that's a little frustrating for some of them. So, a lot of them I just encourage them to just start tracing what they've already used here through here. And I encourage them to start towards the top and just do one glue line, just real nice and fluid like this. They can always stop and pick it up again. But what I've noticed is if they're like stopping, starting all the time, then they get a lot of breaks in their glue like this. And then it gets hard to see the image. So I show them what a glue break looks like, and then I show them how to fix it by just putting more glue on top. And then I usually just glue the whole thing with them watching. And I show them, you know, the reason why we're going from top to bottom is to make sure that you cover everything, you're not pulling your arm through the glue. I tell them to push their sleeves up. That's all really important too. So they need to do every part in pencil with the glue. Some kids are like, well, what if I want this to be white? I'm like, okay, well, you have to fill the whole thing in then with glue, because that's what's going to be white. The only thing will be stuff that has glue on it. And as you can see, the reason why we have it on the wax paper is that so it doesn't stick to the table, and it's really nice to be able to have it on the cardboard because